Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back at the storage unit today. We're getting ready to do quite a bit of work on Spitfire again. Be stripping off several of the major parts, starter, alternator, and all that, and hopefully getting the cylinder head removed today as well. So I can, have that set to the side so I can get the head checked, valve seats, and all that. Make sure there's no, leakage and all that, and anything else that may need to be done to it. Hopefully I'll go ahead and just rebuild it if it's affordable, for within the budget I have set. Let's go ahead and get to it here. Lighting in here is bad because it's really overcast outside and there is no lighting in the storage unit. But we're going to take loose that alternator down there. You can't really even see it, but because the lighting sucks. But there's a starter down there that I'm going to be taking off. I'm going to be taking the starter and the alternator probably to like AutoZone or something and have them run tests on both pieces to see if they still work. Going to take loose the thermostat housing, and which is a part of the where you fill up your radiator and your cooling system. So distributor I will probably leave in place for now because that actually just runs right through the block. But all the wires gonna have to come loose, and after I rebuild the engine and get the head refreshed, of course we'll have to bring the engine back up on top dead center and stick the distributor back in and get everything back in time. But over here we got to take loose the exhaust header, and of course the rocker cover's got to come off, and then there's all kinds of good stuff underneath there that's got to be loosened as well. Take the belt off, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and when I make some progress I will turn the camera back on and and all that. Alrighty, here's what I got done so far. Got the valve cover off. As you can see here, someone put a double coat of gasket sealer, silicone sealer, on the cork gasket. So that was a lot of fun to get off after being stuck on there for so long. So but I had to I used like a flat tip screwdriver and just kind of babied it around until it finally started popping loose where I could finish breaking the seal. Gasket stayed intact, but as old as it is, of course, it goes without saying that the gasket is getting replaced. So I also got the starter off, and it don't look too bad. It looks old, but one thing I did find on the starter was a build sticker, and the day it was made looks like October of 1994. So this of course is not the original starter for this car. It was probably a remanufactured or something, but it's, most likely still Lucas. Alternator, got it off. Just had a single plug in the back. It pulled right out. I spun the pulley on it when I took it off. Doesn't sound like the bearings are bad or anything in it, but both of these items will be going. I'll probably take them to AutoZone and put them on a tester. So what we got on the engine so far is, again, I apologize about the lighting. It really sucks in here. I got the head bolts there. I think these are just I think these things here are just plugs, but I guess we'll find out. And this is what holds, here's your whole rocker assembly, and of course here's where your push rods are. Here's what actually holds the whole rocker assembly down, and all that. These bolts here are what hold the rocker assembly down. So I gotta get on that and get that removed. you know, get the thermostat housing and water pump housing removed, and we should be getting pretty close to getting this head off this engine. Well, due to some technical difficulties, last week I had to stop the video I was making on removing the head from the vehicle, and as you can see, since then and now, my storage grew in size. So now I got plenty of room to work on this, and as I take things off, I got plenty of room to set it, you know, alongside the walls in the back, to keep everything in order so I don't have things just piled up everywhere. So anyway, we're going to get back on the head removal and go ahead and get that done. So that now I have a big enough area to where I can really give you, a good view of the car instead of being in a little tiny cramped space. Alright, well, let's get this going and get it finished. Alright, so far here we have the water pump, and it actually don't look bad. The bearings feel alright in it, still turns. It's got a little bit of rust on it, from sitting and all, but I mean, it looks alright. But then again, anybody that's who works on cars knows just because something looks good does not necessarily mean it is good. So, the water pump I am going to put brand new, just to be safe. Here's the thermostat housing, and they really didn't have much for gasket on it. I took this off the water pump housing, which I have under here. I don't know, this is going to be, this lighting really is bad. I really need to do something about the lighting. But anyway, you're probably not going to be able to see nothing. But down in there was where the thermostat should be sitting. When I took it off, there was absolutely no thermostat at all. So it's kind of a common thing to see among old cars. Sometimes people pull the thermostat out, just to keep a constant flow of water. But anyway, that's where I've gotten so far with it. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, here we go. We got the rocker arm assembly. There's the cap and rotor. I'm using daylight that that's here. And I also discovered in my storage I got a light that's on a timer, so after a certain time I actually have light in here. Don't know if you can see very well or not, but the contact points in the cap are pretty corroded. Rotor's not in the best of shape either. And here's what I've got done on the head so far. Got everything loosened, everything's ready to go, but the head is not letting go of the block. So what I really need here is a rubber mallet, just to kind of hit the sides of the head to get the bond to the gasket to let loose, using a little bit of shock on it. So you wouldn't want to use a real an actual steel hammer or nothing, because you would run the risk of cracking your head. But a rubber mallet, because the mallet itself is made of rubber, it bounces right off, but it still gives that shock that you need to let it go. So I don't have a rubber mallet on me, so I will have to continue this at another time. So this will be part one of the head removal. Part two will be probably very short. Once I get a rubber mallet, this head should come right on off. So, but yeah, that's it for this one. Just stay tuned for the part two of the head removal. So when I show the actual job being finished. So if you want to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Special and Unique Classics. Stay updated on when I post new videos, and make sure you hit the like button and leave some comments down below. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.